What's up guys, how is it going? I'm back with a little bit more Runeterra and also a new deck. So last time I talked with you a little bit about Draven Jinx, the deck in general, how it works, and I find it actually quite a nice thing to do just after the streams, have a short talk with you guys about the game in general, what I'm thinking about currently, and also present you a new deck. So what I have for you this time is a Shadow Isles deck mixed with Demacia, and it's a very token heavy deck. The general idea is just you have Dawnspeakers and a lot of tokens plus additional finishers. So how it usually works, you have early game tokens with Elise as well, and then you curve into the Dawnspeakers and keep sacrificing your units and refilling your hand and have always a very strong board. And additionally, you have strong finishers like the Radiant Guardian or the Raza. So I actually just built that deck today, but I had very good success with it. So I think I was around 80% win rate with it. I lost some games, but I actually also just misplayed a little bit. The deck overall is just super well rounded. So either you can go for early pressure, you play the Aristocrat, the Tracker into Cursed Keeper, and you can even use like the Butcher on the Cursed Keeper, so you have immediately a 4/4 and a 3/2 plus some other little units to attack the opponent with. Even just curving into Elise can be super efficient. And the nice thing here is you also have the refill. Glimpse Beyond is in general just so strong because you can just use it as a combat trick and just draw 2 cards. When you have a Vile Feast, these early game cards from this faction are so efficient. And I also think in general, if we talk about broken cards, Dawnspeaker is just so strong. So what you have is just 4 health as the sweet spot in Runeterra. There are a lot of free health removals like Black Spear or Get Excited from Jinx. It's pretty easy to deal with free health units. But when it comes to 4 health, and you have a unit like Dawnspeaker, which has a super powerful effect by the way, it gets very critical. So the strength of the deck in general is just good early game aggression, plus good refill mechanics, and when you even have good finishers. Let's talk about that. So if the Dawnspeakers and the early aggression are not already enough, yeah? You even have refill with the Redeemers. You have stuff like Raza the Sunderer. This guy is just crazy. I found it actually from a budget perspective, this deck is just probably one of the better ones. So what you can do is you use Fading Memories on a Raza, and then you use like the Chronicler on the Faded Raza, and you actually get 1 for free, and you also kind of have infinite removal. Like this is such a strong finisher, and I've been liking it a lot. Like I'm not sure about cards like Radiant. We can also talk about some cards I just generally tagged in to have better matchups against Braum, and I think Detain is one of those cards. You have a lot of pressure anyways. I think Detain shines when you just are the pressuring deck, because then they will have problems just to remove your units because they are already busy with your early game basically. So yeah, I'm just like jumping here from mechanic to mechanic a little bit. It's not all well sorted. I just want to share my experiences I had in the games, what was happening to me, and just to give you guys a bit of an idea what I'm thinking. And I also think, especially in a deck like this, having some challenger units is nice with the trackers. I think that card is also good in general. And I think his bigger brother, the Vanguard, is also super good. So just to complete the summary here is just, you want a mulligan for, usually you have an Aristocrat in the early game. You want to have a Black Spear for removal, especially to deal with elusive decks. I will also give you guys some gameplay on this deck, also with the Draven Jinx. I will try to upload some gameplay videos. and just having a early curve from Aristocrat into Keeper and then just killing those units off for draw or for early pressure. Just try to get the early game going. If you have Dawnspeakers, you usually also don't mulligan that away. Even if you get cards like Vile Feast, I would also just keep that. And try to watch out with cards like the Vanguard. It is a super good card because you have a free and you get card draw of the Chronicler. These are like kind of the cards which are likely to brick. So I would search for a more solid early game which are not relying too much on specific cards you have to draw. And the last card I maybe didn't talk about yet is Back to Back. I think just a burst spell as a combat trick with a lot of little tokens is nice. I was actually surprised how good the card was, and I would definitely suggest it. And I think I went over every card a little bit. As I said, I just built a deck today. If you have any ideas how the deck could look like or what maybe is missing, just let me know. I've been having a lot of fun actually with Runeterra Ranked. I'm still trying a lot of stuff and I also don't have all the cards. But as I said before, this deck is just generally cheap to build. You don't need a lot of heroes. I'm not even sure if the Elise is needed. And if you play 1 or 2 expeditions, you should usually have the dust for this deck. Also coming to expeditions, I will try to give you some content regarding on expeditions, what to value. You can even play a bit, let's say the way the expeditions are built in Runeterra, you can play a bit combo heavier. There's some nice stuff you can try. I will try to go into some mechanics which you can actually use while playing expeditions. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little after stream video. If you like the video, just give me a quick thumbs up. I'm trying to produce more of this stuff. I'm trying to answer your questions, and it's just a thing I do after streaming, a nice little thing. And hope to see you guys in the next video and have fun playing the deck.